Oh well, the HTC Wildfire, a phone that was released back in 2010, it was pretty much discontinued the same year. An interesting thing about this phone was that it actually came with Android 2.1, it could be upgraded up to Android 2.2, so couldn't really upgrade this phone that much, and of course it's a phone with a removable battery because back in 2010 you could actually take off the batteries from phones and stuff, not like on Apple iPhones and stuff like that. And of course this phone has a TFT screen, so it's not really the best quality, but once again, back then it was something, OLED and stuff, but right now the technology has evolved a lot, so we have better screens obviously. So yeah, besides that, this phone can obviously have more storage with a micro SD card, and also this phone doesn't really have a front facing camera. You could only take pictures with the back camera, which back then the back camera came with 5 megapixels. You would have this LED thing here, like the flashlight and stuff, and this optical trackpad too, which back then it was a cool feature, and we are actually gonna check this feature very soon because it really looks cool, to be honest. And of course back then phones actually had a 3.5mm jack port, which it was really a cool thing, and it's such a shame that we don't have that thing anymore, but at least we do have Bluetooth earphones and stuff. But nonetheless guys, let's stop the apping and actually check this phone out. Okay, HTC, there we have the screen, and we can clearly see that it's a TFT. I mean, you can see the pixels really well, to be honest, that's crazy. Okay, it does take some time to boot up, that's something to be expected with this phone. I guess I'm just gonna leave it here and I'm gonna wait for it to boot up. Oh, there we go, it's booting up. HTC, quietly brilliant. Let's see if this phone can still be brilliant in 2025 or if it's just a flop. Also, quite a funny fact about this phone is that it doesn't even have a GPU. This phone has only a CPU, which the CPU, it's just a Qualcomm MSM 7225. Yeah, it's not really the best CPU, but oh well, that's what people had back in 2010. Right now we have some crazy Snapdragons and Exynos's and stuff like that, but nonetheless, the phone has finally booted up. That's how the lock screen looks like. It's once again nothing too fancy, and of course that's how you unlock the phone. You just swipe down and that's pretty much it. And you guys are probably waiting for me to check out these features, so you know what, let's just check it out now. Yeah, there we go, that's the optical trackpad feature I was talking about. You could actually swipe to the phone's menu like that, like swiping your finger on the optical trackpad. That was actually something you could do it back then, which is pretty cool, I guess. I do wonder if we can actually take some pictures on this phone or if we just need an SD card. I do wonder if we can actually take pictures, and it seems like we do need an SD card, but judging from the phone's camera quality, yeah, it's not really that great. But you know what, the viewing angles are actually not that bad. I mean, for a TFT screen, the viewing angles are not bad at all actually. I mean, yeah, the camera quality is pretty shizer. I do wonder if you can actually use the internet on this phone in 2025. I mean, this phone has Android 2, so I'm expecting lots of websites to not work properly, but you know what? Let's still try Google and stuff nonetheless. It's Google. If this thing wouldn't work, the internet wouldn't work at all. So it seems like it does work. Now let's try to go on YouTube. Come on, don't be shy. Let's see if it works or not. It does load, and oh well, we got a web page error. That's funny. I do wonder if this phone can actually be used for nerdy activities like going to Wikipedia, for example. Let's see if you can still do that in 2025. And oh well, this phone is also not working on Wikipedia. What a shame. And unfortunately I'm just gonna have to end the video here because you can't really do anything on this phone. The crazy thing on this phone is that you can't even sideload any apps. I actually tried to sideload some games and stuff on this phone. It's a funny thing that this phone has only 151 megabytes of space left. What games can you even sideload with such space in this phone, am I right? I even tried using a micro SD card and that still didn't do anything. I couldn't even, run anything from that micro SD card. It wouldn't even work in this phone for some reason. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this video here because as a conclusion, you can just use it as a dumb phone, like a Nokia phone. You can just use it for calls or texting, for I don't know, maybe some pictures, but like the camera is so bad that I don't even think you can take pictures with this thing. But yeah, that's pretty much what you can use this phone for in 2025. Unfortunately, you can't get any apps or games on it. It has Android 2 for God's sake, so you can't really do much on it. But yeah guys, that was the video. I'm gonna see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.